Now please don't interpret this as some kind of false modesty. I also believe I might be the world's very best songwriter and performer. But, you see, that's just not going to cut it. In music, like with any industry, commercial success derives from the efficient delivery of a competitive product. And this has always been my problem. You see, I don't like to think of music as a competition. The whole concept bothers me. And it bothers me in the same way that my toaster bothers me. My toaster was cheap. I bought it because I wanted to toast bread. When presented in a shop with a variety of toasters, I thought it foolish to buy the Rolls-Royce of toasters, when surely the toasting of bread is a function to be expected of even the most basic of models. So I got the cheap one. It sat in the kitchen for 9 months, looking like a cheap plastic and faux chrome piece of crap making perfunctory toast, until the morning it caught fire and I threw it out. It was probably under some kind of warranty, but really, who keeps the receipt for a £9 toaster? And so, like an obedient, dutiful consumer fuckwit, I returned to the same store, no less, and buy another cheap, ugly toaster and throw away the warranty. A year has passed since then. And as I write this, I have a toaster in my kitchen that toasts bread and refuses to let it go. This stupid hunk of junk jealously keeps the toast clasped between its flimsy wire tendrils until liberated with a butter knife. I want to throw the bastard machine out the window, but I'm terrified that I might find some way to justify the purchase of another toasting albatross. And I'm surely not the only one to fall for the allure of the cheap toaster. There must be millions of us, buying our annual clunker, hoping this time, this could be the one to go the distance, only to find ourselves tossing out a charred blob of wires and melted plastic before so much as filling the crumb tray. So what do we learn from this? What I learned from this is that market forces in the cutthroat competitive toaster manufacturing industry have led not to a baseline improvement in toasting technology, but to a lowering in retail price, facilitated by a flagrant disregard for build quality. The result is that more toasters get sold, which appears to benefit the toaster manufacturing industry. And they cost less, which appears to benefit the consumer. But the saddest result of this triumph of capitalism is that in the brave new world, our bread has never been so poorly toasted. And so it is, I fear, with the music that we hear, as it is with the toast that we eat. Of course, the very concept of quality when describing music is quite absurd. Music is not furniture. You can't pick up a song and examine its corners to gauge the competence of the workmanship. It's all taste, and opinion, and marketing, and there's no accounting for taste. You just look at what passes for cheese in the United States of America. Moreover, you can't charge £1,000 for a record that's been lovingly hand-built by a master craftsman such as myself, when the crude, factory-fashioned, auto-tuned to fuck equivalent gets racked out in the supermarket for a £5. You see, I have my idea of what constitutes quality, and I understand that it's a difficult thing to effectively mass market to a public that's mostly stupid. And I'm fine with that. So virtually everything that I thought I knew about the music business turned out to be wrong. And I continue to be wrong a lot of the time. And I suspect that I'm not alone in this. Probably everything you think you know about the music business, well, that's wrong too. One thing of which I'm fairly certain is that even the biggest hitters, they've been riding their luck the whole time. And it's possible that maybe nobody really knows what the hell they're doing. And this has made for an unpredictable ride. While the music industry might appear to be a known, established, constant, and powerful entity, it exists more like a huge, lumbering, complex, living organism, never settled, desperately, frantically trying to evolve to suit the demands of an ever-changing and inhospitable habitat. If it all makes sense today, you'll probably be lost tomorrow. And so it happens less frequently now. Maybe I've just lost it. Maybe we're all just that little bit more savvy to the reality. But there was a time. There was a time when people swore that I would be the next big thing. It took 10 years of hard work and dedication, but I finally proved them all wrong. But for a while, at least, it was a pretty close run thing. That concludes the reading of my book. Thanks.